It goes through the hamper and gives a cheesy flavor to everything else there. You can't tell whether you are eating apple pie or German sausage or strawberries and cream. It all seems cheese. There is too much adore about cheese. I remember a friend of mine buying a couple of cheeses at Liverpool. Splendid cheeses they were, ripe and mellow, and with a 200 horsepower scent about them that might have been warranted to carry 3 miles and knock a man over at 200 yards. I was in Liverpool at that time, and my friend said that if I did not mind, he would get me to take them back with me to London, as he should not be coming up for a day or two himself, and he did not think the cheeses ought to be kept much longer. Oh, with pleasure, dear boy, I replied with pleasure. I called for the cheeses and took them away in a cab. It was a ramshackle affair, dragged along by a knock-kneed, broken-winded, which His Honour, in a moment of enthusiasm, during conversation, referred to as a horse. I put the cheeses on the top and we started off at a shamble that would have done credit to the swiftest steam roller ever built, and all went merry as a funeral bell until we turned a corner. There, the wind carried a whiff from the cheeses full on our steed. It woke him up, and with a snort of terror, he dashed off at 3 miles an hour. The wind still blew in his direction, and therefore we reached the end of the street. He was lying himself out at the rate of nearly 4 miles an hour. It took 2 porters as well as the driver to hold him in at the station, and I do not think they would have done it even then had not one of the men had the presence of mind to put a handkerchief over his nose and to light a bit of brown paper. I took my ticket and marched proudly up to the platform with my cheeses, the people falling back respectfully on either side. The train was crowded and I had to get into a carriage where there were already 7 other people. One crusty old gentleman objected, but I got in notwithstanding, and putting my cheeses upon the rack, squeezed down with a pleasant smile, and said it was a warm day. A few moments passed, and then the old gentleman began to fidget. "Very close in here," he said. "Quite oppressive," said the man. And then they both began sniffing, and at the 3rd sniff they caught it right on the chest, and rose up without another word and went out. And then a stout lady got up and said it was disgraceful that a respectable married woman should be harried about in this way, and gathered up a bag and 8 parcels and went. The remaining 4 passengers sat on for a while, until a solemn-looking man in the corner, who, from his dress and general appearance, seemed to belong to the undertaker class. I smiled at the black gentleman and said I thought we were going to have the carriage to ourselves, and he laughed pleasantly and said that some people made such a fuss over a little thing, but even he grew strangely depressed after we had started. And so when we reached Crewe,